So Aperture was nice enough to send me this brand new huge giant light that they've got. So they sent me it and I asked, what do you want me to do with it? Because I'm not really a tech review type channel. And you know, they just said, do whatever you want. So I thought, what are some scenarios that you benefit from having a huge light like this? And what would I want to watch if I was watching a video with this light? So I tried to create some of these scenarios around the house, and they're not perfect because it's just me using the gear that I've got. I've used it once on a commercial recently. Unfortunately, I can't show the results yet because the commercial's not released yet, but hopefully I'll do that in the future. And this video is not sponsored by Aperture or anything. They're not paying me. It's just me using the light and a few shots around the house. And if you've seen this channel before, you know that I use their gear quite a bit anyway, so I was happy to test it out. So this first shot here, I thought, what are some things you can benefit from having a really bright daylight light? So I took the 1200D and bounced it into ultra bounce material. And this is a bit of an unconventional film tool, this reflected dome, but it's the same as bouncing it into a white bit of card or something similar to that. I've just started using these parabolic umbrella bouncers recently, and I mean, so far so good, but I might talk about those in another video. So the light bounces into that, then it goes into the window. And I feel this is something that you weren't really able to do so well with the output from a lot of other previous LED lights. Being able to bounce it into something and then it goes in through the window. Most of the time with other previous LED lights, you'd have them right up next to the window going directly in. Because up until recently, that would have been an expensive HMI style light to be able to get that kind of light. If you did this before with most other LED lights, you would lose so much level before it reaches the person. So the bounced 1200D is creating this light on her face and that light on the wall back there, and just giving the room a big light source from the window. Then I also took a 600D in a spotlight and shined that through the window and created a bit of a hard spot that's hitting the bed and hitting her a little bit. Then I just filled the room up with some smoke. One thing to note with the light is you need a stand that has a junior pin receiver, so it doesn't really work on a C-stand type light. You need that bigger receiver. That's just something to note. Then I also got this shot of Alex standing at the window with the same light. I think I dialed it down to about 75 or even 50% for this. And I think this works nice, not just because of the lighting, but because of the checkerboard effect that you're getting here. You're getting this light, dark, light, dark, light. And it just makes this close-up shot a bit more dynamic. Then I thought what might be interesting is if I tried to use the light as if it's the sun coming into the room. So we moved the bed around to this shot and then we removed the shears. And that big sun-looking light is the 1200D right there. I swapped out that medium-sized reflector to this more narrow one to focus the light in the window a bit more. And the window's the right amount of dirty. You can still see out of them, but they sort of glare the light so it covers the stand up. Then inside I had this mega light cloth that I boomed over the top to light Alex and sort of fill in the shadows a bit because you couldn't see her so well. And that was a bit cooler in color temperature to add a slight bit of color contrast to the shot. I shot this on the Komodo with the DZO Vespid lenses, and I actually really like the way these lenses flare when you get a bright object like that. They do the same thing when you shoot the sun as well. Then we continued on and got this other shot of her sitting on the floor in the bed. And because the light was so powerful coming into the room, we didn't realize that it started raining outside. So I ran out there and stuck an umbrella to the light. I know these things are waterproof, but I just didn't want to get that brand new light wet if I didn't have to. So the light coming in is the same, and then that blue light over the top lighting her hair is that same mega light cloth. Then I just put this other little panel light on the floor to light her face. So that's just a couple of quick initial tests that I've done around the house, and I'm looking forward to using this light a bit more on different shoots and seeing what are the best scenarios to use it in the future. So I spoke to Aperture as well about attachments, and at this stage you definitely can't use the spotlight attachment for it. It's just too bright and hot, and something will probably break, you know, your heart because of you realize you've destroyed everything that you've just purchased. And then also the Fresnel attachment. I'm not sure that you can use this yet. I think they're doing some tests just to see how it runs over a long period of time using it. It's possible, but I mean, maybe just listen to what they have to say because I don't really know what I'm talking about. And I have used it with this softbox that I've got, but I did take out that middle section just to be safe because I didn't want to burn a hole through it. So a good option if you want to have a big soft source is to use a softbox like that, but then use another frame in front of it like a 6x or an 8x or 12x or whatever you've got. And that's the benefit of having this light. You can put it further back and you can create these really big sources. All right, let me know if you have any other interesting ways to use this light, because maybe I can do some more shots with it in the future in some other videos, but I think that's gonna do it for this one. All right, I'll see you in the next one.